The ancient city of Selge is located high in the Taurus Mountains of southern Turkey. The only way to get here is to follow a winding 1.5-lane road over endless switchbacks. When you arrive, you find the ruins of an unexcavated city that may have once had more than 20,000 inhabitants. There's only a small village here now, named Zirk, a corruption of Selge. The most spectacular ruin is undoubtedly the theater. Like most of the ruins here, it dates to the Roman imperial era. It had seats for about 10,000 spectators, and despite the collapse of the stage building, reportedly an account of a lightning strike, it's quite well preserved, though unexcavated. The entrances to this upper tier of seating have collapsed, leaving the notches you see here and there along the rim of the theater. Otherwise, as I said, in pretty good shape. It's a typical Roman design that is just semicircular, not more than a semicircle, and with the stage building integrated into the rest of the theater building. Another feature to note, that in this theater, the first rows of seating go right down to the orchestra. That means that this theater was never converted for use as a gladiatorial venue or for beast hunts. There's no wall to protect the spectators. Even now, at the end of May, there's still some snow up in the mountains. Turning to the valley below the theater, it's all pasture now, but this used to be a stadium. Now, a stadium is supposed to be one stadion, that is, about 600 Greek feet long, whence the name. Selge's stadium was a bit shorter than regulation, thanks to the constraints of topography. But these days, the cows don't seem to mind. Walking along the edge of the former stadium, now we'll hike up to the remains of the monumental city center. And now, at the top of this hill, an ancient wall appears. This area was the heart of ancient Selge. Almost everything has collapsed, thanks to 1.5 millennium of earthquakes. But because the ruins are so remote, there's been very little stone robbing. Almost everything lies more or less where it fell. And with enough time and determination, you could reassemble heaps of stone like this one into a more or less complete ancient building. Let's climb up for a better view. You can see a few columns and bits of architrave among the rubble. We're now approaching the colonnaded street that served as the spine of the upper city. None of the ruins in the immediate vicinity are identifiable, but I like the ambiance. We are now walking along the former colonnaded street. To our right was a row of shops. Little more than the doorposts survive. Often the doorposts were the biggest hunks of masonry in a wall. That's why they remain erect when the rest of the wall gets earthquaked. Here we have the ruins of what was once a large market building. Underfoot, it's all loose rubble, mixed in with roof tiles. The doorposts here have some fine moldings. And now we're coming into the upper Agora. Plenty of fragments of antiquity scattered around here. This nice bit of entablature. Let's see. Yeah, here's another piece buried. Chunk of temple right here. Very cool. One side of the upper Agora was dominated by a 3-story market hall. We're walking through its ruins now. Along with all the necessities of life, people could buy storax gum here. This was a local specialty, harvested from bushes that grow hereabouts, and it was used for perfumes and as an antiseptic. Also sold here was iris oil, used, we're told, in massages. Selge had 2 agoras. The lower agora, down in the valley, is beneath the modern village. But the upper agora is almost totally preserved, albeit collapsed. The paving stones, as you can see, remain in place. Across the upper agora from the market hall is this mighty heap of rubble. Let's check it out. Here, all jumbled together, are the remains of an Nymphaeum, a monumental fountain, a temple of Tuke, and a Bouleuterion, that is, the city council chamber. Let's see if we can get a better sense of the ruins by crawling over them. Dentals. Some more architectural details down there in that heap. And just a hint of an inscription. As you might be able to hear from the bells in the distance, the ruins are currently being overrun by goats. We know almost nothing about Selge's history in the Roman era. The city was too remote to appear in the histories. It quietly prospered, and as quietly withered away. It's remarkable that so monumental a city rose in so inaccessible a place, a sign of the widespread appeal of Roman culture, even here in the Taurus Mountains.